What's up, Clashers? Builder Hall 7 is finally here, and I've been playing a lot this past week to find a viable 3-star attack strategy to share with you guys. As you all know, everything about Builder Hall 7 is really expensive and takes more time to upgrade than before, so for now I have created an attack strategy using Builder Hall 6 troops. Because frankly, I haven't even had time to upgrade any of them yet, and I'm sure most of you haven't either. Nevertheless, I was able to push to 4,800 trophies, which isn't bad considering most of my opponents have max troops and very high level battle machines. Some have even completely maxed their bases already. And as you can see, my base isn't overly upgraded in any way. In fact, most of the bases I face in this trophy range are stronger. The strategy in this video uses a similar army composition as my last video, but the strategy itself is very different. Cannon carts are just too good to ignore, so in this army composition I've added another camp of cannons, which makes it 2 camps of giants, 2 of cannon carts, and 1 with bombers. This video will include a total of 7 3-star replays. All of them are on attacks made between 4,500 and 4,800 trophies, and some on very commonly used bases. The few easy steps to this strategy are as follows. First, we locate the giant cannon and choose an entry point and path for the battle machine and deploy it so that it doesn't reach the giant cannon before the giants. Second step is to deploy giants and bombers in a wave from any side where we are sure they will reach the giant cannon before the battle machine. The reason why this is so important is that the giant cannon does immense damage on the battle machine but barely touches the giants. Third step is to deploy the cannon carts well spread out behind our wall of giants. And last but not least, we deploy a few saved giants where they are needed. Basically, this step is about paying attention to what is going on with the first giants and make sure we deploy new ones where they are needed to keep our bombers and cannon carts alive. That's it. That's all there is to it. And occasionally tap in the ability of your battle machine. So now you know how this strategy works. Let's see what it looks like. The first base we're going to have a look at here is a base where he has placed a few buildings on the outside. And in the core there we have 2 crushers close to each other and the giant cannon. So we plan our battle machine here on the left side. We want him to walk on the outside of the base. And then before he reaches the base, we will deploy our giants so that we distract the giant cannon. That's very important. And behind the giants we deploy the bombers so that they breach the walls, and of course behind them the cannon carts. Now is the last step to monitor our giants and see where new ones are needed, and it was getting a bit thin on the bottom side here, so I deploy the last giant there. And as you can see, the battle machine walks on the outside, so he is completely safe from the crushers, and most importantly, the giant cannon targeted our giants instead of the battle machine, which you know, it makes the entire army survive for a very long time. And more importantly, the battle machine will be able to stay alive for a very long time and keep on regaining his health because the giants are taking most of the heat. And you know, if he survives long enough, then eventually he will be able to overpower the last few defenses and 3-star the base. And if not, then it will be 100% 2-star. So that was the first base. Now let's move on to another design where the giant cannon is centralized. And here I decided to deploy my battle machine from the very bottom so that it takes time for him to reach the radius of the giant cannon. And then I use a different deployment style for giants and bombers. I do one at a time. It's up to you really, but you know, some bases it's easier to do this, and some bases you just deploy a few giants and then bombers behind. Now notice the giants enter the radius of the giant cannon before my battle machine, and look at when they get hit. They don't even lose any health, it seems, or at least it's not that much at all. And the battle machine, like the previous attack, he has almost full health still, which is so important because now when the last giant dies, then he will be the only one tanking for the rest of the army, and all the defenses will be firing at him. So unfortunately he died, but you know, again, my troops are still Builder Hall 6 level, so you know, I'm certain that if we upgrade them to max or you know, upgrade the battle machine a little bit, then these attacks will be so much easier, and we will probably be able to 3-star even max Builder Hall 7 bases. which I still haven't done yet, but I've gotten quite a few high percent 2 stars on max Builder Hall 7 bases. Alright, next up we have an open diamond base, and here I decided to deploy the battle machine from the left side because of the position of the giant cannon. And one more thing I really want to emphasize in this video is to keep your cool with the giant deployment. And because you see here in this attack, 2 of my giants will get pushed into that crusher, and this will happen. Many players place their traps like that, and now it's really important to realize that we still have 2 giants tanking for our cannons. So I waited with the last giants to give the cannons enough time to destroy that crusher before the giants reach it. And that's very important because now we have two giants left with full health tanking for the rest of this attack. I think that last giant I should have deployed it at the bottom though, because now we have 3 cannons without any protection and they will eventually die. But I was a bit lucky in this attack actually, because my battle machine did survive, and I think actually he was the only one that survived for this entire attack. Anyway, this really is all there is to it. The 4 easy steps I mentioned in the beginning of this video is what I always do, and it works great. So I can't wait to see how well this will work with max troops, and then when also having a max base, how far I will be able to push using this strategy. And this is just the first strategy. I'm already working on a second one, which is absolutely wicked, and I'm having a blast with it. But as you know, I have to put it through all my quality tests before I decide it deserves a place on my channel. But yeah, now with the new Builder Hall level, feel free to request any army compositions you want me to find a strategy for, and I will do my best to do so. Keep in mind that the dropships will take some time to upgrade. There are 4 more 3-star replays in this video showing how I deployed the troops on some common base designs. Beethoven will keep you company for the rest of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.